Hello, this is Darren DePaul, the voice of Emperor Valkorion, and you're watching another video by Vulkk.
Greetings my friends, I'm Vulkk. I hope you've seen my video for Star Wars The Old Republic from yesterday. If not, check the video description and the YouTube card here somewhere, because you probably want to know what this follow-up video is about. Bioware answered, or at least attempted to answer, some of the most daring and most interesting questions related to the server location change for the North American servers. Basically, if you don't know, quick summary, the West Coast location is no more existent and the data center is only on the East Coast now, which raised a lot of issues for West Coast players, but mostly for Asian players and Australians. Let's begin with the most interesting and important answer to the question, why not communicate this ahead of time? We made the decision to not communicate this information ahead of the time because we wanted you to have the ability to immediately log in and determine the impact to your gameplay experience. This means we could quickly start gathering feedback on what you were seeing in-game. More on this in the next question, which I'm going to read for you as well. However, we have seen posts from players who made specific decisions based on location, such as character transfers, and we will be in touch with them to discuss this, to ensure there is no confusion about this update in-game. We adjusted the server selection screen to reflect that all North American servers are on the East Coast. Server character transfers will be available shortly after the server merges are completed on 8th of November, and probably again for a very brief time and for a low price to compensate for that screw up from Bioware that they did not communicate this ahead of time. And the second question, what would you do or what should you do if your ping has gone up? This is something that we, Bioware, are actively tracking and working with our network partners to address where possible. We will be working through this and especially over the next 2 weeks as we ramp up to United Forces. Why 2 weeks? Because the update launches on 8th of November once again. Bioware promised that in the next 2 weeks they will be resolving issues, and these issues don't seem to be global. I've made several attempts on social networks and with the yesterday's video to collect as much information as I can, and it is conflicting. Some people are complaining, mostly Australian players, that their connection is really horrible, much more horrible than before, and that's explainable with the greater distance. However, players reporting to me, at least, from North America are saying that for some of them the ping is actually lower, for some of them it's slightly higher, but still very manageable. If it jumps from 11 or 20 up to 30 or 50, that's low ping, that's still playable. Since all of the North American servers are now located in one physical place, one data center, shouldn't we just have one server? Moving all of the North American servers together would create a very heavily populated server. This would introduce the several challenges. First, players would likely experience queues accessing the server, and second, it would increase the chances for server instability and downtime. Some of you probably remember how often the most populated North American server, the Harbinger, is experiencing issues at the moment and has been. There are also a variety of other issues, but a key concern was combining all of North America would result in substantially more character name collisions, and that's something many players were also concerned. If you don't know, you get to keep your name if you're a subscriber, and in case both of you are subscribers and you have the same name, the player with more played time on that character, which means the more active character, will get to keep their name. The other one will be forced to rename. So this is pretty much the most important. Of course, if you want to check the full message, the full dev post from Eric Musco, link is in the description. Let's jump to something else. Today, Bioware posted very crucial and interesting information regarding the server character slot limits after the United Forces. So, what's going to happen? Free-to-play players will have a default of 4 character slots per server, up from 2 as it is today. Preferred players will have a default of 12 character slots per new server, and it's again doubled from 6. Subscribers will have a default of 24 characters per server, up from 12, and the maximum character slots per server has been increased to 100. The current limit as of recording this video is 52. So this is a substantial increase, pretty much in most cases doubling the numbers. What is important is that if you are a subscriber, you will still be able to play all of your characters even if they go over the limit. And you won't be able to create new characters unless you purchase enough slots so you can have a free slot and you're able to play. What's important to note is that if you've already purchased a number of slots with cartel coins, which means with real life money, these will be added on top of the new limits, which means if you've purchased 20 slots, they will be added to your 24 if you're a subscriber. I hope that makes sense. If not, again, there is written version of that post in the video description. I hope you guys find this video useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video.